My name is Yvette, and I have two sons in the state prison system.
My name is Thelma. My son is over at Central Arizona Correctional.
My name is Dawn, and my son is currently incarcerated at Red Rock Correctional.
My name is Patricia. My son is incarcerated at Whetstone Prison in Tucson.
So my name is Stephen, and I just finished up a 5-year sentence with the Arizona Department of Correction.
I'm Bishop Jennifer Reddall of the Episcopal Diocese of Arizona. News broke this week that over 50% of the population of one of Arizona's state prisons, over 500 inmates, have tested positive this week for COVID-19.
Deputy Warden Lee and CO4 Purdy asked us inmates to volunteer helping in another unit due to positive COVID cases. When no inmates stepped up out of fear, 20 minutes later, us inmates were told to report to work and issues of threats of retaliation.
He's afraid for his life.
I fear for his life.
My son is afraid for his life, and so am I.
Inmates are uniquely vulnerable to COVID-19 because they cannot choose to stay home or take steps to protect themselves.
He was issued a mask. It was so poorly sewn, the elastic came out of the seam the first time he tried to put it on.
The inmates were assured that they would have no contact with staff or inmates during their shift at Steiner. Inmates and staff from the Steiner unit exposed the inmates to COVID. Another crew was forced to go do the laundry of the inmates that were being locked down. When people started reporting they were feeling ill, no testing was provided to them.
My son is a diabetic. My son has high blood pressure, and my son just recently had a seizure.
ADCRR has resisted the obvious needs for universal testing and sufficient PPE for inmates and staff.
My son was told to use a small, tiny, hotel-sized bar of soap to clean his cell.
4 days ago, he witnessed an inmate, a friend of his, being wheeled out of his unit. He was moved from Whetstone and left in a cell to die by himself.
The inmates were being forced against their will to work at Steiner and now are testing positive for COVID. And as a result of this act, a friend of mine, an inmate named David Castillo, who begged not to be forced to go to Steiner to work out of fear of having underlying health issues, is now dead because of it.
No mother should worry about the possibility of their son's prison sentence potentially turning into a death sentence.
For almost 2 months, I've been part of a group with Valley Interfaith Project of clergy and lay leaders from diverse religious traditions all around the Valley, who have been meeting with Director Shin of the Arizona Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation, and Reentry, accompanied at times by Dr. Christ of the Arizona Department of Health, and always with one of her deputies there, and one time with Governor Ducey himself, concerned about the danger of COVID-19 spreading in Arizona prisons for inmates, for staff, for family members, and for all residents of Arizona. Where they have established policies on paper that could be effective, the implementation has been so varied in practice that inmate lives, and through them all of our lives, are in danger. Their lives are precious to us as their neighbors, and to God, their creator, and no one deserves to be sentenced to death by virus because they are incarcerated.